Insaf Khalid, a Syrian refugee from Idlib, never thought she'd give birth to her youngest child in Lebanon. Hala, only a week old, is one of Lebanon's newest Syrian refugees. Her parents and siblings became refugees here, but she was brought into this world as one.
I feel sorry for her because whatever she'll have, it'll be less than what her siblings had. She'll be deprived when it comes to clothes, heat, a warm bed and basic health care.
With the war in Syria completing its third year, the refugees who have been in exile the longest are the most pessimistic. Awad al-Hamad and his family have been living in a tented community in the Bekaa Valley for over a year and a half.
The war has prevented us from having any dreams or plans for our lives. We just survived the day, not knowing what will happen to us tomorrow. All our hopes and ambitions and plans have been shattered because of this war. We have no hope for the future.
His son tells him he wants to return to Syria because he's unhappy here. But Awad says they can't return because Syria is too dangerous. Over 2.5 million Syrians have been registered as refugees in neighboring countries. The majority are here in Lebanon. 3 years after the start of the conflict and with no political solution, the future looks even more uncertain for these people. The UN Refugee Agency says Syrians could make up the largest refugee population in the world. The war has devastated children the most. Between those living under siege in Syria, those displaced internally, and those living in exile, 5.5 million Syrian children are affected. Despite the conditions they face in exile, Syrians are still fleeing, choosing a life of hardship over death. Iman Ibrahim and her family recently fled from Idlib. They've only been here for 10 days, and all they feel is fear and uncertainty.
We're afraid we'll never be able to go back. We're also afraid our house will be destroyed and things will get so much worse than they already are. We'll never be able to go back.
The war is causing a humanitarian catastrophe. It's one that continues to grow. And if the world fails to act, refugees say they not only feel abandoned, but deprived of a future. Nisreen El-Shamayleh, Jazeera, Bekaa Valley, Lebanon.